So, hi, I'm back. I have to make this video, so my bad. So, I just want to talk to you guys. I just want to be honest with you because I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Now, the reason why I'm like this is because it's not because I'm like this because for no reason. It's because I'm like this because, you know, someone everybody thinks I'm the bad guy, even though I'm not. I'm trying to be the good guy. I'm trying to be the good guy that actually helps other people. I'm not out here trying to be the bad guy. I don't understand why everybody thinks I'm the bad guy. You know? And the reason why I'm saying this is because, I'm not trying to hate on people. I'm not trying to bring everybody down. But I just want people to know, I just want people to understand that I'm the good guy. I've always was. I've always been the good guy. Even though you might not see that I'm the good guy or the bad guy or not the good guy. I'm sorry to say, but sometimes the good guys always lose and the bad guys always win. That's what they say. But you don't know that. Maybe I am the bad guy. But what I'm trying to say is the bad guys are not really the bad guys after all. Maybe the bad guys can be the good guys after all. I just want people to know that. I might be a bad guy, but at least I'm a good guy. At least I try to help people. I try to do my best. But the thing about me is I'm not trying to say that I'm the bad guy or some kind of I'm the tough guy. Because look at me, I'm skinny, so it doesn't really matter. But that's gonna change soon because I'm gonna be 2026 is gonna be a good new year. Everything's gonna change about my appearance. I'm gonna dye my hair white. I'm gonna now I'm gonna dye my hair. I'm gonna know what color I'm gonna dye it, but it's gonna be a new year, a new me, and you're gonna be like, holy shit, crazy man. It's gonna be a new year, a new me. You know. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I feel like every year is a new year. I feel like every year is a new beginning, a new a new moment to be alive. Because today, this type of decade, it's good to be alive because we experience new things. Things from the past, it doesn't really matter because the things from the past becomes worn out, and that's how we elevate and evolve. We got to try new things. We got to try to find new things. We got to try to find new ideas. We got to try to find more ideas. I'm a loner, so I work for myself. I don't really work with anybody. I work by myself. I don't really. The reason why I'm quiet by myself and I'm home by myself is because I like to be alone with my thoughts. I like to be alone with my thoughts because that's how I can be socialized. If I'm around people, then I'm a complete opposite. I'm a complete dick. You know, and the reason why I'm a complete dick is because I'm not used to being around people. I'm not used to being around people. I'm used to being by myself, and that's how I get this. And that's why I destroy myself in the process because I'm not used to being around people. But say what you want to say, people. Say what you want to say. You know. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I'm not trying to say that you know I am the bad guy because I'm not. You know. I actually want to do something. I want to do something great. I grew up in this shitty ass world. This world that we called home, that we call this planet, this polluted fucking planet. Fucking planet. You know, polluted fucking planet. It's just polluted. You know, I don't know. We're just living in a spinning ball for no reason. We're trying to get out, but we can't get out. And I don't want people to think that I'm the bad guy or anything. I just don't want people to think that just because I said a couple words, just because I said a couple of things, just because I said, things that I wasn't supposed to say, doesn't mean I'm a bad guy. It just means because I feel like there's been a misunderstanding about everything. There's been a misunderstanding about how I use those words, about how I said those words, about what I said. Doesn't mean I'm a bad guy. It just means I was trying to say something. I was trying to prove something. I was trying to say what's fucking out there. I was trying to make you escape the reality, the illusion that we live in. But people don't like to leave the reality or the illusion that we live in. So they make a fake reality. They make an illusion that we live in this safe world. But the safe world is not really safe. It's very toxic. It's very mean. It's very angry. It's very, it's very fucked. This world is fucked. I mean, it's not fucked. It's just the people in it are fucked. I don't really get why everybody has such a hatred, such a, I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad. I'm not nothing. I just don't care, And the reason why I'm saying this is because a long time ago, I used to be a better person. A long time ago. And I still am a good person, but I used to be a way better person. But the reason why I'm not as good person as I used to be is because people treated me bad in the past. So there's that question. There's that equation to the question, And then you got a guy like me who doesn't stop talking, who doesn't stop questioning, who doesn't stop asking, who doesn't stop apologizing, who doesn't stop asking questions. And the reason why I ask so many fucking questions is because I want to know the answers. I want to know the truth. I want to know the answers. I want to know everything. I want to know what the fuck it is that the government is hiding. I want to know what the fuck they're hiding. What are they hiding in Area 51? Could they be hiding aliens? You never know. They could be. Or they're going to be hiding weapons. They could be hiding weapons because a long time ago, I was in Roblox. And around 2010, I went into the Area 51 in the game. And there was weapons in there. And by the way, back then in 2010, I went to my very first Roblox game. Not back in 2010, whenever I started Roblox. My very first Roblox game was Pizza Place, the Pizza Place, where everybody got along and, ordered pizza. We made pizza and stuff, That's pizza, And, I was never the bad guy. I don't know why everybody thinks I'm the bad guy, Yeah, I might have done some questionable things in the past, but that doesn't mean I'm a horrible person or anything. It just means that people treated me badly in the past, so that's why I don't open up that much. That's why I don't go with my true feelings. That's why I can't really express how I feel unless I you know what I mean. Unless I actually take off my persona, on how I really feel, on how I really say or what I talk about, And the reason why I'm saying this is because we all wear masks, we all wear masks, Me, I wear them pretty good, It's like you can't really tell if I am wearing a mask or I'm not, Some people don't wear a mask, Some people don't, But me, the reason why I do that is because I don't want people to know who I really am, I mean, people will know who I really am, but like, it's kind of hard for me to take off my mask because I don't want people to know what my true feelings are, It's very hard for me to take off my mask. It's very hard for me to do. So, I'm not saying that, that I'm some kind of gay clown or something like that. I'm saying that, some people wear masks because they don't know what the true feelings are. They don't know how to express it. They don't know how to talk about it. They don't know how to express it. They don't know how to talk about it. So they hide it. And that's what I do. I hide it. And the reason why I hide it is because I don't want people to know. I don't want people to know what my true feelings are. Even though you want to know my true feelings, I hide them deep inside my feelings, deep inside my chest, deep inside my soul. And the reason why I hide them deep in my soul is because I know people treated me badly in the past, so I hide them. I hide how I feel. I hide how I hide them. It's very hard for me to take them. It's very hard for me to show my true feelings, unless someone can see me. Unless somebody shows me who I really am. Well, not who I really am, but like let's say for example, let's say if let's not talk about this anymore, okay? Let's just talk about something else, okay? Now the only reason what you'll see the real me is if is if I is if you actually talk to me honestly. If you actually truly talk to me, like if you actually got to know me, if you actually try to communicate with me, if you actually try to talk to me, if you actually try to get to know me, if you actually try to understand me, then I'll understand you. But some people don't understand me because I don't talk that much. I don't really talk that much because I don't want people to know that I'm a gay clown and I hide under the sewer. And the reason why I hide under the sewer is because I don't want people to think that. I don't want people to think that I'm a gay clown. Just take a step back. No one's gonna save me. No one's gonna save you. I'm gonna save you because I care about you, and you should stop complaining. And the reason why I'm saying this is because a long time ago, in 2017, Jake Paul was my coach. He was from England. England's my city, motherfucker. England's my city, motherfucker. Ah. I'm joking around. But what I'm trying to say is, I don't want people to say that I'm the bad guy, or not the bad guy, but let's try to actually understand each other. So the reason why I'm talking so much is because I want people to know the only way you know who I really am, and the only way you'll see through my mask, the only way, I'm telling you, the only way you'll see how, if you want my true feelings, if you want to see who I really am, if you want to see through the illusion, the only way, I'm gonna be honest with you, the only way is if I actually do some kind of drug. I'm not even joking around. Like, I'm not trying to say that I'm trying to be honest with you. Okay, I'm trying to make you see who I really am. You want to see who I really am? Shit, didn't know. I'll tell you who I am. Yeah, just give me some weed. Just give me a powerful blunt. Give me like a fucking super powerful blunt, and I'll show you who I am. And the reason why I want a powerful blunt is because if you want to see who I really am, if you want to see through the illusion, then give me a blunt. Like not give me a blunt, but like offer me a blunt, and I'll be a completely different person. You won't even know who I am. And the reason why is because, and the reason why I do that, and the reason why I act so different is because, and the reason why I act so different is because I want people to know who I really am. And that's why I'm saying, guys, I grew up in the Wild West, I grew up in around, let's say, around the desert, I didn't really grow up in the desert, but I did grow up in the desert around 3 to 2 years, like the complete desert, nowhere. I was stranded for 2 years. Not stranded for 2 years, but let's just say that I had a quite share of my experiences in the desert, and that was a fucking great. It was great. It wasn't great, but it was new, and I just wish people understood me. That's the only way you'll see who I am. That's the only way you'll see through the mask. And I want to be honest with you. That's the only way you'll see who I really am. You see through the mask. Unless you can somehow, see through it, then that's fine. But I'm not saying You know, I'm not saying that. You know, I'm not trying to look cool. I'm not trying to impress anybody. I'm just being brutally honest with you. You know. So if you actually try to be truthful with me, maybe you'll get something out of me. Maybe you actually try to get the truth out of me. You know, if not just a possibility. If I actually try to get on some kind of controlled substance, and I'm gonna be honest with you, if I get on some kind of controlled substance, then you'll see the real me. You'll actually see the real me. You'll actually see who I really am. That's what I'm trying to get at. You'll see who I really am. You'll see through the illusion. You'll see through what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to act. That's why when I was smoking weed with my friends, yes, I was a completely different person. I was a completely different person who I was because, you know, I was more myself, you know. You know? And if I didn't have schizophrenia, you know, I would have been a different person, you know. But, you know, yeah, that's where it is, you know. I would be a different person if I didn't have schizophrenia, you know. But that just makes me unique, you know. That just makes me who I am, you know. That just makes me who I am, you know. And I'm not trying to scare anybody. I'm not trying to intimidate anybody. I'm just trying to be brutally honest with you. I'm just trying to be brutally honest. I'm just trying to be brutal. I'm just trying to be brutally honest with you. You know, I'm just wearing a mask. Yeah, I'm not really wearing a mask, you know. It's more like I can't take it off, you know. I don't know how I feel. Like I feel happy, but I don't know how to take it off. You know? It's like, what? You know? I don't know. You know? You know? It's like, you know, I'm just saying, you know, I'm just being brutally honest, you know. And I'm not trying to come off as like some kind of a creepy guy or anything, but I'm just be brutally honest with you, you know. If you're honest with me, I'll be honest with you. And you can go down in the comments and you can actually try to communicate with me. You can try to talk to me, you know. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I want people to actually acknowledge. I want people to like this video. I want people to comment on this video, and I want people to know what you're thinking or what you're trying to say. You know, what's your honest thoughts. You know, what do you feel like? What do you say? What do you try to explain? You know. So I'll see you guys later. I'll see you guys later. You know, trying to be brutally honest with you. See you. Bye.